Hey LGS crew, I'm going to walk you through step by step how I create my videos for LinkedIn. First thing I did, I put lipstick on. I know we don't like to be judged by our outward appearance, but let's be honest, my lips are super thin. So if you're anything like me, slap some lipstick on. It makes it a lot easier to see your features on video. You can also tell that I am standing directly in front of a window. If you're going to be creating a selfie video, natural light is your friend, because as you can see, when I turn around, it gets a lot darker and you have that backlight coming through. So stand in front of a mirror, a window. In regards to setup, I get asked, what did you buy? Was it worth it? Does it work? Are there cheaper alternatives? Or can HP pay for it? And with the last one, you're gonna have to take up with your manager. But I will tell you what I've invested in and what's not necessary. I have a green screen that my dad made for me out of PVC pipes, and I bought green fabric from Joann's. Yes, you can pop up on your cell phone. As long as you're great with lighting, you should be good to go to start your video journey. But if you want to hunker down and get a little bit more equipment, one thing I absolutely recommend is a high pixel webcam. I have a Logitech Brio, as you can see right here. It was definitely on the pricey end, so there are probably cheaper webcams that have just as good of reviews. I also just invested in a giant microphone. This is for our podcast. It is absolutely unnecessary to have a microphone unless you want to move into the podcast game. But I will tell you, the sound quality on this microphone is butter. The absolute last thing that I've spent money on is editing software. And I did this because I found out as a consumer of content, I never took my phone off of mute. I only ever engaged with videos that had text at the bottom. So I thought, if I want people to pay attention to my videos, I may have to create the way that I consume. So I invested in Adobe Rush. It's kind of an a la carte item from the Adobe suite, and it's $10 a month. Let's turn the camera around and show you exactly what I do now that we're sitting in our chair with our green screen behind us. Oh, jumped off selfie mode, and now we're on Zoom. I've changed my outfit, my headphones outfit, and my microphone. As you can tell, the quality is a little bit different, and the help with my Logitech Brio camera, I have a console on my PC where I can adjust the brightness. I'm not a huge fan of filters. I really want to show my true authentic self, but that brightness feature is super key if you want to record later in the day when the lighting in your house is acting a little finicky. Let's dive into some of the things that I do before I push post. Creating a script. No, I cannot just pop onto video and talk for 5 minutes effortlessly without any ums or ifs or buts. These are the tools that are going to help you cut some of that out. You can copy and paste it here and put it into a teleprompter tool that was provided to me from our very own Dan Cook. This is super awesome because it gives you the opportunity to write out what you want to say, hit all your key points, and you can even put in parts to pause and add your authentic voice. Remind yourself to smile, remind yourself to pump up the energy in the middle when you might start to drag. You can adjust things like font size and speed and push teleprompter mode. And there it is. The best part about this teleprompter tool is for those of you who are worried about how you look or if you're using too many hand gestures, drag this handy dandy tab right in front of your camera and focus on the words. Focus on the message that you want to deliver to your audience. Push P to start it, and off it goes. Hopefully this helps for those of you who are worried about getting to the point right away in a clear and concise manner, because as a tip, any video with 1 to 2 minutes will get a lot better views and much higher engagement. All right, so this is Adobe Rush. This is the editing software that I decided to purchase so I could add text and images and just play with the editing portion of videos. All you have to do is create a new project. You go into your saved files once you download that video from your Zoom recordings tab, host it in your videos, in your cloud files, when you wanted to edit. Push create, and this will bring up the video. So don't let this deter you. Just know that this may be an intermediate or advanced step in your journey for creating videos. All right, so as you can see on the bottom here is a ribbon of the entire duration of your video. And how you do all the editing is through this blue bar down here where you can toggle back and forth between each section. So if you use that as a marker, let's say you want to cut all the way until that part. Click the little scissors, select the part you want to delete, and push backspace. That way, it's a quick and easy way to edit out mistakes or parts that you started to ramble on or just decided that it didn't hit your true points. Then the most common thing that you want to mess around with is adding subtitles, and that's over here to the top right. You push the little T button. This will pre-populate a bunch of different text styles and colors and themes that you can go with. As you can see, you can scroll from having headers, footers, even transitional slides. So even if you don't like the color of one, you can also change the color of it, but if you like the text. They do different things. They swipe in and out differently. So once you select the one that you want, you just double click and it will populate on top of the ribbon stream of your video. You can add up to 3 total layers on top of your video. So you can have a header in one text, a footer in another, and an image added if you want. You can drag and have this go for the remainder of your video, or you can cut and splice it so that it's real time adding subtitles. All you have to do is click into it and you can start to type. And this is an advanced or intermediate for some folks feature. Do not stress. Save it into your files as a picture so that you can add it as a thumbnail to your post on LinkedIn. Now we're to the very last step and we're actually going to push post. You start your post here and it's the second button with the little arrow where you add your video from your files. To add the thumbnail, you go into select thumbnail right here. So as you can see, this is an important step because this video otherwise would populate as a black screen. Select your thumbnail, go to your pictures, and now instead of a black screen, this will populate whenever anybody hovers over your video or if you save it as your featured section. Go to done, type in your brilliant message, add hashtag HP Social so we can all cheer you on, and push post. So I know this was a lot. Don't worry if you're at step 1 and be pumped if you're at step 10. This is a totally different journey for each of us. And no matter where you are, as long as you just push submit, you'll get over that initial hump of anxiety and fear, and you'll get to this exciting place that we're all at where you get to share your message with your true authentic self, the energy that you bring to this world. And if you get into editing, you can add your own pizzazz to it too. Don't be afraid of videos. You got this.